Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to EF&B Entertainment, Food, and Beverage webinar series. Today's session is on Concession Management Certification Program. Little bit of housekeeping while we got everyone here today. Best way to view this presentation is to, in the upper right-hand corner, use that view setting and set it to speaker side by side. We are going to take questions at the end of this presentation using the Q&A function, not the chat, but the Q&A function. My name is Dan Herrle. I am the Director of Education for EF&B. I'm also the Assistant Vice President of Business Development for Showcase Cinemas. I'm happy to be here today. I will be doing a live presentation on Wednesday next week at the Theater Owners of New England, and that's going to be held at the Regal Bellingham on Wednesday morning. If you're a Tone member or a Cato member or anywhere in the Northeast, you're welcome to join us. You can still sign up. Registration is still active, so you can go to Tone and look that up. We are going to be a little bit shorter today than the normal webinar series, so we're going to give you a little bit of time back. I hope that's okay with everyone. I'm sure it is. And let's go ahead and get started. So, education is at the core of EF&B's mission, and no program more effectively meets the mission of the concession management program than the Certified Concession Management Program. For more than 20 years, we have offered this targeted concession-specific training that provides tools and skills needed to manage the concession program effectively and profitably. Thousands of graduates from all types of venues and facilities have been certified through this program, which represents and presents instruction that can be traced directly to the profit margin. The course is open to both concession operators and suppliers. A lot of suppliers that have taken this course find it helpful in determining, their customers' concerns and issues. And in fact, I actually teach an ACS class live at the EF&B Expo each year. So if you are a supplier, you should definitely look into taking the ACS class at the next EF&B Expo, soon to be announced. So it's my honor to be here today to introduce something that has been years in the making. The EF&B online training certification platform is just been in the works for so much time now. In fact, education has always been at the heart of our industry. In fact, education at NAC goes back more than 75 years. So for decades, it's been the foundation that supports the growth and professionalism of concessions and food service in our industry. No conversation about the legacy would be complete without mentioning Larry Etter. Larry's extraordinary work and leadership brought education to NAC to new heights, and it's my privilege to carry that work forward and just take it to the next level. The next step, it's really about modernization. And for the past year, that's what we've been doing. We've been working closely with CineTrain to transform our training material into this platform that's accessible, engaging, and built for today's workforce. That journey began at CinemaCon about 2 years ago when Rob Novak and Chris first met Brett King. Since then, Brett and his team have poured an incredible amount of expertise and bringing this vision that I had to life. We're so close to launch. But, we've really been deliberate. We didn't want to put something out too early. We didn't want to put something out that was just good enough. This platform has to be good. It has to set a standard for quality and impact. And that's why we've taken the time to get it right. So I'm thrilled to share our new target launch date is now set for December 1st. Now ahead of that, we're going to be offering special introductory group rates and offering pricing discounts for signing up before the December 1st. And I'm going to get to that later on in the presentation. So this is a milestone movement for EF&B, and it couldn't have happened without the partnership and dedication of CineTrain. So with that said, it is my pleasure to introduce Brett King, CEO and partner of Rock-CineTrain.
All right, thank you, Dan. I couldn't not call out that you had to show us all up with that awesome wicked background. Yeah. By the way, for anybody who thinks that's fake, it is not. It is a real backdrop, and Dan tugged on it and proved it. So Shout out there, very relevant. Thank you, everybody. Absolute privilege and honor to be here today, presenting with Dan and with Chris. My name is Brett King. I am the founder of CineTrain and CEO and partner at High Rock. For those who don't know or are being introduced to CineTrain for the first time, we provide cinema and entertainment venue specific employee onboarding, training, and leadership development solutions. So as Dan, of course, mentioned, our team at CineTrain has worked closely in collaboration with the EF&B team to bring their renowned concession manager certification program online. This is the first of a series of planned courses to be converted into this format and to live on the new EF&B online training and certification platform. There are, of course, several benefits to this new evolution of the CCM program specifically. I want to cover just a few of them. And first and foremost, online learning increases the ease of access of education for you and your teams. The platform itself, you'll find, can be accessed anytime, anywhere, from any device. The learning experiences within each module is also the same, regardless of what device you're using. Your phone, your tablet, an actual laptop, whatever it is. We're all busy professionals. I know for a fact that everybody who's joining this webinar is a busy professional, and that kind of level of flexibility can really open up opportunities to certify folks on your team or yourselves who otherwise might not have the availability or the resources to access this content otherwise. Additionally, as you can imagine, there's significant cost savings that come along with offering this course virtually. Adding up, travel, lodging, and even the loss of resources while individuals are away attending a certification course in person can be prohibitive in some cases and for some organizations. My personal opinion on this, and I feel passionately about this, is that at the end of the day, the more accessible we make this kind of certification, the more certified employees we have in our industry, the better we can collectively raise that bar and provide that higher level of service, the higher guest satisfaction, keeping our guests spending more and coming back more often, which is, of course, our ultimate goal. I would like to get a little nerdy on you for just a moment. I won't stay there too long, but I'm going to share a couple of statistics with you as well. When it comes to knowledge retention, studies with a company called Shift eLearning have shown that e-learning can raise knowledge retention by 25 to 60% compared to an 8 to 10% retention rate for traditional face-to-face training. On top of that, simply put, it actually takes less time to learn the material. In fact, it takes about half the time with online learning to achieve the same outcomes as traditional methods. Now, one thing about the EF&B platform and specifically the CCM program that I know Dan, Chris, and I are extremely proud of is the strategic use of interactivity within the lessons. What I mean by interactivity is that the modules are not something you passively just push play on and just watch and just kind of flip through. They actually require you to engage with the content, whether it's clicking and exploring, dragging and dropping, filling in blanks by typing, getting quizzed, or other gamified elements. The content is intentionally designed to maximize your engagement as a learner, which ultimately leads to much higher retention rates of that knowledge. And let's be honest, it's just more fun that way, right? So in fact, according to Stuart Brown, the founder of an organization called the National Institute of Play, Stuart actually makes the case that play leads to brain plasticity, adaptability, and creativity. And gamified learning scenarios, like we've included in this new CCM course, provide a great way to create an experience of play within a learning environment, which is one of the best ways to engage learners and to ensure that that knowledge sticks. My last nerdy point, no promises, but it is my favorite, is the idea of this thing called micro commitments. When we actively click, explore, or otherwise engage in something, when we're really actively engaged, even if we're looking something up, right? Who is that actor? What movie are they in? Whatever it is. When that happens, we're actually telling our subconscious, hey, this stuff is important to me. I care about it. And our brain actually takes note of this, and it does a much better job of remembering what that content is. So that's why you'll hear me talk nonstop about interactivity within e-learning environments and how effective that can be. So with all this in mind, I'm very excited to provide you with a first look at EF&B's online concession manager certification program. We're going to watch a quick 3-minute video. It does have a familiar voice on it. See if you can pick up on that. I'm going to go ahead and push play on that now.
Hey everyone, this is Brett King, founder of CineTrain and CEO and partner of Rock, here to give you a first look at the EF&B online training and certification platform. We're excited to present for the first time the online concession manager certification program. In this video, we're going to take a quick tour of the platform and preview some of the concession manager certification course itself. When you log in and first access your concession manager certification course, you'll see the list of course lessons available. Each lesson is intended to be completed in order, and the next lesson will unlock automatically as you successfully complete each module. The course concludes with a final assessment, which upon passing gets you your official certification. Before we launch the course content, let's get familiar with the features of the platform. First and foremost, we'll ensure you're well supported when taking this course in 2 key ways. First, for all course content, discussion, and questions, we have a comment feature within each lesson where you can post questions or clarifications about the learning material. These threads will be actively monitored and responded to by EF&B. Additionally, should you require any technical support, the team at CineTrain will be available to quickly respond to any help tickets submitted through the site or by emailing support@cinetrain.com. This part of the platform provides a storehouse for helpful documents and resources you'll use throughout the course, and that you also may benefit from in your career moving forward. The content is organized by lessons and is also searchable if you're looking for a specific document or content. The content can be easily downloaded or printed off. Within your profile, you can quickly see the courses you're enrolled in, view your progress, and access previously earned certificates as EF&B continues to expand its offerings of online certification opportunities. Under Account, you can update your name, email, and password. Now, let's take a sneak peek at the actual CCM online course content. The course is comprised of voiceover, animations, graphics, and importantly, interactive elements and activities. In-module quizzes, fill-in-the-blank real-life exercises, interactive exploratory content, and drag-and-drop exercises all work together to increase learning retention and enhance overall engagement. Now, if you're ready to jump in and want to secure a very limited time pre-order discount, please visit efba.cinetrain.com. Thank you for your time and interest in EF&B's online training and certification platform and the premiere of the Online Concession Manager Certification Program.
All right, that was great. And so as you can see, we've got some great introductory pricing. We're doing a launch price for non-members, $750, member pricing at $600. If you get 10 or more classes, it's only $500 per class. But if you sign up before the December 1st deadline, we're going to do this pre-order pricing, which is $500, and 10 or more is only $450. Now, you can scan that QR code there. It's going to take you right to the course and get you signed up and ready to go. So I encourage everyone to, get this in their queue and sign up. There'll also be some links on our website coming soon for the course as well. So now on to the what do we teach? So the Certified Concession Manager Program, CCM, is a foundational course designed to equip individuals in recreational food service management with skills, knowledge, and essential for growth in this industry. The program covers critical areas that support operational efficiencies, profitability, leadership, and within the concession management. Key chapters include management, profit planning, event planning, concession menu and branding, concession stand management, catering management, training in recreational food service, cost control. So the completion of the CCM course not only builds technical expertise, but also opens new opportunities for advancement, establishing participants as well-rounded, competent managers prepared to handle the dynamic environment of recreational food service. So I thank you guys for attending our seminar today. We're going to open it up to some questions. Please use the Q&A function if you guys have any questions. We have some questions that people submitted earlier this week. And I'll start with, what happens when content is updated in the future, Brett?
Yes, excuse me. So when the content does get updated, if there's new information, better context, for certain subjects, or, let's face it, the world moves fast, right? This stuff might need to be updated quickly. We will alert all previous graduates via email. And if you have taken the course, you will be given access to that new content that's part of the course moving forward at no additional charge.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Now, does the certification ever expire? And the answer is no. Your certification doesn't expire. We're going to encourage you to go back and get the updates. But your certification is your certification. So another question for Brett here. Do you need a computer?
You do not need a computer. The platform itself is completely cloud-based, and the content is responsive and interactive on any device. So whether you're on mobile, desktop, Android, iPhone, it really doesn't matter. You will have the same experience in whatever format is most convenient for you.
Another question that came in from an anonymous attendee. How long do you have to take the course once you start? You can go at your own leisure, right? I mean, we're not setting any really guidelines. Hopefully you take it and you keep active, because when you get to that final exam, if you take too long of a stretch, you're not going to remember everything from the first segments of the course. But yeah, it's open-ended.
That's well put, Dan. I would just add that that's one of the beauties of having a virtual course, is it can be self-paced. So if you're a busy professional, right, and you need to do this on lunch breaks or on the weekends and kind of stretch it out a bit, to Dan's point, don't stretch it out to where you forget stuff, but you do have we're not going to rush you. This is a self-paced course.
All right. And now a lot of people have been asking, many people have been asking, will this course be offered live or in person at any time in the future? And the answer to that is not at this time. We're not planning to take this course live. It really is such a long course to do live. And as Brett explained earlier in the presentation, that, by the time you do travel and hotel and being out of your office for that good amount of time, we felt it really wasn't valuable time well spent to take the course. And this is much more valuable to do it at your own pace. Another anonymous attendee. For companies whose Q4 funds have already been allocated, would you consider pushing the introductory price into January, where more funds may be available for training and development? That is going to be a question for Chris, but I think we're going to be doing some specials throughout. Not to give away the cart before the horse, but I think we will be doing some things, and maybe if we can get people's information or commitments, we could push that in by emailing Chris directly. Answer live. All right. Anybody else have any questions? We're going right at 20 minutes, which is kind of what I thought we'd do today. Giving everybody their time back. We'll give it another minute to get another few more questions if we have any. Anything you want to add?
You can.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, just a reminder that QR code that's on the screen, if you scan it, it will take you to that landing page with more background on the course, and it's also where you can register. But just in case, if you're watching this on your phone, you can't scan it, the URL is efba.cinetrain.com. So whether you scan that or just enter that URL, that'll take you to that landing page where you can register, get the background. If you do register, it will the payment platform we use is Stripe. So if you're familiar with that, it just takes you to a quick pop-up window. You enter your information, hit submit, and then it pops you right back to the site and actually automatically logs you in. So that's how that process will work. And yeah, it's pretty quick and easy.
Yep, Freddie is asking how long does the certification last, and it does last forever. Like I said, there will be some updates to the course throughout, and you're more than willing to take those updates, but your certification doesn't change. So once you're certified, you're certified. You can use that CCM in your emails and everywhere you go. Put it on your LinkedIn. All right. Well, I think we've pretty much covered it today, and I really want to thank everyone for joining this afternoon. Thank you, Brett, for everything you've done. I mean, it's just been an amazing relationship that we've had. So we're very excited to get this launched, and hopefully we'll see some people taking the course real soon. Thank you all.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.